Hi everyone, and welcome to a new guide of how to install FAF on Linux. This one will be a guide on how to install FAF on Linux in general, because there's been some developments allowing us to install it on just about any Linux, and these developments are that nowadays you can use Steam, Steam Play, or Proton for those who are more familiar. So this is a big deal, which means that we're now a few developments away from being at a 2-click setup for FA plus FAF on Linux, which would be fantastic. So let's get right to it. We're going to start by following the guide that I wrote for last video. I'm going to go ahead and download my Java 10 version. I'm gonna open up this, start looking up what I have to do. So obviously we're no longer be needing wine, so we can forget all about this, and that's fantastic. This Linux actually doesn't have wine pre-installed. As you can see, I'm still using guac. This also will be a lesson on my brand new laptop. So yeah, the laptop that can run FA as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, this should be interesting. Apparently, first thing we're gonna do is this. I think I have my download, so it should work. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. It's being suggested as it should. No idea. I'm gonna be adding this. And I think this right here. Let's run this. My block here is a little bit too big, it's bothering me. There we go. Alright. Better. Stick with that. Yeah, bash RC, we need to have our install4j variable declared. I'm not going to start quite yet. I'm just going to download the installer. All right. And now we're ready to restart. Alright guys, so where we left off, we had just finished downloading FAF. So now let's go ahead and install it. do it with GUI here. Most reliable GUI. Alright. We got here what we wanted. Need to add executable rights to these. Alright. Now, what we should probably do before starting running FAF and etc. is get FA on Steam. So, I do have Steam installed here. By the way, if you want to install Steam, I'm not showing this in this guide, but it's really easy. You just go to Steam. God damn it. It's stored on Steam powered. Yeah. Alright. Store.steampowered.com. Then you go to install Steam. It detects that you're on Linux by default. So it'll give you the right executable. In this case, it'll be a deb. You can just click here. It's going to open up your software center. Just click on install, and once it's done installing, you can close out all that. Search for Steam and start it up, and it'll download the rest of what it needs and ask for you to log in. Anyways, don't need this. So what we're going to do here is go into Steam settings, and what we're going to do is go into Steam Play, and we have Steam Play already enabled apparently for supported titles. What we're going to want to do is enable Steam Play for all titles, and click OK. It's going to ask to restart. You say yeah. Alright, and so now you have the install button on this. Go ahead and click it. Nothing need to change. Oh yeah, actually I would like to change this. I don't have like a room on my main drive, so what I'm gonna do is yeah, I'm gonna create the root here. Linux storage 1. Not sure. I don't know what that means, but sure. Seems to have found the rest of my files there. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm gonna go here, new folder, Steam library. Okay. Select. There we go. Alright. So we're going to allow this download to finish, and then we're going to meet right back up. Alright, so we've got the game completely downloaded. So we don't want to rush here and press the play button immediately. What we want to do is allowing us to pipe terminal commands to Proton, or pipe probably isn't the exact term, but basically I'll show you. Allows you to run Proton apps via command line, and that's what we're interested in. Alright, we agree. It's in Proton. It's basically beta. It's a little dance it's doing here. Right. Fingers crossed. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to create my user. I'm going to set some minor options. We're good to go. All right, so that's enough of Steam right now. And what we want to look at now is in our computer, temp. Now you're gonna have a folder called proton underscore and your username. My username is T. I think. Oh, come on. Yeah. If you do users, there you go. So you can, as you can see, my user is T, and as you can see, typing users will let you know what user you are. I think that also works. So yeah, what you're gonna have here is a folder with proton underscore your user, and here is a magical file called run, and that's what we're gonna need. I'm just gonna take the path to this, and we're gonna go ahead and run our FAF. So what I've done here is /d, and then we're gonna hit tab. I'm still in the FAF folder, so I have downloads FAF client as a runnable file. Enter. So FAF is running because we correctly pre-configured the Java IntelliJ variable as well as Java 10. Right. So let's go into the settings and Forge Lines Forever. And right here, this is okay, this just means pipe, you know, the rest of the arguments after this. Here we're going to control paste what we have /run. So now we're pointing straight to this run file. So here's our executable. So this is going to run this, and now I just need to give the file to the Forge Lines directory. So here we go. It's for me, since I installed it in my storage drive, Steam library, Steam apps, common, Supreme Commander, Forge Lines. I don't need to go deeper that I know of. Make sure it's selected. Here we are. You'll notice that Java doesn't do the backticks. So this is correct. Switch tabs from here to make sure that it's saved. Not sure if this is still required. Just in case, I'm gonna create a game. Now the first one might not run because what happens is that right now, as you can see, I'm gonna leave this on the side, by the way. That's why you can get a good idea. There's no, oh yeah, there is a comp for, yeah, and there's a FA Forever folder. You know what? Since it created those as soon as we launched FA, what we want to do before we do this, and I figured this out recently, this is actually a pretty big deal. This fixes just about everything. 1v1 co-op campaign, hosting co-op campaign, joining some custom games with mods and maps that are non-vanilla. Yeah, all those would crash before, and what was happening is that well, yeah, it's not here yet. It's gonna have a bin folder with the executable. It's gonna download it here in a sec, so I'm gonna have to host a game or join, whatever. There we go. Let's go ahead and take this properties permissions allow executing a file as program. This is what we want. forge_lines.x is not executable by default, and this causes headaches for FAF on Linux. You're able to do a lot of things. You're able to play, you're able to host games and stuff, but you're not able to do 1v1 and host co-ops and stuff like that if you don't have this this file as executable. I don't know why I clicked that. Anyways, close, and here we go. It's pretty much happy. What I could do to prove that all this worked and humiliate myself probably live is hold on, it's the opposite. It always confuses me. Is to play a 1v1 game. I'm not gonna quit out there because that would be a shame for the opponent. Here's hoping that it's found pretty quickly. Proxy connection is not doing good. Oh, I know why. Might as well go into this right now. The reason for this is that I haven't port forwarded for this computer. I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. So here's the IP address that for most users is going to correspond to your router. In France, routers and ISP boxes are fused into one, so it's the same thing. You don't need like to buy an extra router or something. It's you straight up plug your computer into that box that's then plugged straight into the wall socket. The forget what it's called. And the password I have here, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not the one. Of course it isn't. Alright, so the password, as I recall, it would be the first 4 digits of the Wi-Fi, or 8 digits. I have no idea if this is correct. If it's not, let me just try this thing. Is that it? Oh, okay, never mind. I had configured it to my own password. So, what you're going to want to do, I probably shouldn't be showing you my own, but whatever. You're going to go into NAT and PAT, right there. Alright guys, so I did a little bit of head scratching and figured out 2 things. One, you can't have 2 computers on the same local area network with the same name. So I booted back up my main PC and changed its name by adding a couple U's. Another thing is that for some reason it didn't want to create this rule while the others were still active. Also, for some reason now I can do both again, so I just went ahead and did that. Much easier that way. So now the rules here, I have the other ones here. I can re-enable them if I want to. I'm not going to test that right now because I want things to work. Also, temporarily I had to turn off UPnP just in case that the rules created by FAF were conflicting. So I'm going to re-enable it because this is needed by other applications. You don't want to leave UPnP off on the router. It's a bad idea. I think this is saved now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and test our work here. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Alright, there you go. It's pretty much instantaneous once the port is forwarded. So that's what we want. It's much better connection than if it makes a proxy. Keep in mind, a couple updates down the line. I don't know how far down the line, but a couple updates down the line, we should finally see the implementation of the ICE adapter, which would make port forwarding and all that garbage irrelevance. So at a certain point, this will be this whole process will be as plug and play as it gets. Hopefully, I really wish for the Linux installer to be something that you can just get out of the Software Center or sudo apt install, you know, and by this means or through a PPA. This sort of installation would mean that every update would come with a system update. That means that you run updates, and it's going to be part of this. You know, it's going to be part of the updates that are listed for this. It's gonna have, you know, your system Ubuntu. It's gonna have Firefox, Chromium, whatever you have, and then FAF will be in there, basically listed along those. So that would be ideal. Alright guys, so hopefully that's enough for now.